Hey guys, what's up? This is Mel, and I'm back to talk about Legends of Tomorrow. More specifically, the Season 3 spoilers that were revealed this past weekend at the San Diego Comic-Con. So I'm recording on July 24th, 2017, and the actual panel for the Legends of Tomorrow happened on Saturday, July 22nd, 2017, though. So this video is going to cover any Season 3 spoilers that were revealed at the panel only, and I'm getting this from a 3-part video upload from Clever News as they provided the actual panel. So any spoilers from the panel is what I'm going to talk about. Any spoilers outside of the panel that I made that may be brand new to this video, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm definitely going to be searching for some spoilers I may have missed out on that were revealed outside the panel. So there's that. So let's get right into it. So who actually attended the panel? So we got Mark Guggenheim and Phil Klemmer from the behind the scenes team of the show, and with them they brought the cast with them, and that includes Katie Lotz as Sarah, Brandon Routh as Ray, Dominic Purcell as McRory, Nick Zano as Nathan, Maisie Richardson Sellers as Amaya. We got Victor Garber as Professor Stein, Franz Dream as Jax, I hope I pronounced that right. And then we also have newcomer Tala Ash, who plays a new character called Zari, which I will mention later on in the video though. But first off, they did come with a new trailer. It's also a brief recap of what happened in the last season, as well as the new footage of what is to come. So in the trailer, we do see dinosaurs in 2017. We also find out that there's another thing they have to clean up in order to fix time. I believe they called it anachronisms, I believe. Very different from the time aberrations they had to deal with last season. Also, we see the circus that is the Legends team having going to an actual circus from the looks of it. Also, we do see Rip Hunter again, and he looks like it's alluding to the fact that he's hiding something. And then we also do see a greater villain that is coming. I believe it's by a character named Kuwasa. I don't know if I said that right. And then there is a few Titanic references in there, and then you get the reaction of Professor Stein, and as we know, Victor Garber was actually in the movie Titanic. So those are pretty fun as well. So throughout the panel itself, though, they did talk a bit about Season 2 and just how that dynamic was and the themes and all that. But overall, let's get right to the Season 3 spoilers. That's why you're here. So from the actual panel, I picked up the fact that the Season 3 premiere is going to be immediately picked up from where the Season 2 finale left off. So we're going to have to deal with why exactly there's dinosaurs in 2017, or at least find an answer as to why they've come back to time as it is, as it were. Also, apparently there's this new group called the Time Bureau. It's a new group of better time masters that were created by Rip Hunter, from my understanding. And this group has the Legends team questioning just where they fit in this new new universe they had accidentally created. So there's that. Also, it talks about what the villain is going to be in this season. Before we had the Legion of Doom, and then we had I'm really blanking on the first guy's name. Hold on. Vandal Savage. How could I forget a name like that? I mean, it's been a while since I've seen Season 1, but still. Alright, so we had those two major ones in the past. So to kick off what they did in Season 2, they're going to continue with the collection of villains. They tease about the fact that we will see familiar faces from the other DC shows, so Arrow, Flash, maybe Supergirl, don't know. But they did say that they had hopes for some non-human villains as well, so that's probably the alien ones, or maybe metahumans, we don't know which form they were actually talking about. If that's the case, isn't the Season 1 alien race that the Thanagarians, isn't that one possibility as well? They didn't mention that, just saying. Also, we see a villain that was taken from the CW Seed series Vixen, the animated series, and that is Kuwasa. I think I said that right. Apparently, it's going to bring out the fact that Amaya is going to have to deal with her great-granddaughter in this sense. So there's that. We also see the return of Damien Dark once again, though it's a different version than where we last saw him, which was being left behind in the 80s. But apparently Damien Dark is going to want to go after Sarah Don't know if they were joking about that or if that's a legit mission for him. But a new version, I'm hoping we're going to see Damien Dark that's coming from the League of Assassins. I hope that's it, but they didn't mention anything specific. They just said that he would be returning. Also, another one returning, not necessarily a villain though, is Captain Cold. Though it's not the version that Mick Rory, aka Heatwave, remembers him by, but it's definitely not a Captain Cold from the past, and he's not brought back from the dead. So maybe it's an hallucination of some sort. Maybe it's another Earth version of Captain Cold. Who knows? But also they did touch upon Mick Rory evolving with his evolution starting in the season 2 and caring for the team when he starts to realize that the Legends team is a family that he's never had before outside of what he had with Captain Cold. So that evolution is going to continue to grow. They did touch upon the fact of the relationship between Amaya and Nathan. It's a healthy relationship, they mentioned, but the fact that Amaya is going to keep struggling with the knowledge that she does have a future she has to get back to. She has to return to the 1940s so that she can ensure that her granddaughter is born, so that she can live out her destiny as the present day vixen and stuff like that. So there's that. They did draw on the fact that Sarah is continuing to be the captain of the Wave Rider. And then they also touched upon the new character of Zari. And she's from the year 2030. Quote, that she is a powerful woman that speaks her mind. She's a hacker. She lives in a dystopian future in 2030. Who knows about the fallout from 2017? What fallout is unclear. But they do mention that. And apparently Zari butts heads with the Legends team. And she is from the belief that instead of fixing history, you should improve history instead. And her appearance challenges the Legends to look at themselves and question their own purpose as time travelers. So there's that. They did mention the fact that we are going to see a human Gideon return once again. We also had the cast mentioning that they haven't read the script for episode 303 yet. So there's that. Though Mark and Phil did mention the fact that in episode 306, it's going to be a Freaky Friday for Firestorm, where we're going to see Jax and Professor Stein swapping bodies more so than they usually do. So Firestein is what they teased it as. So there's that. Also in 304, it's going to be a 1980s episode that's going to be centered around Ray's childhood. We're definitely going to meet Ray's mom in that, and apparently they made a joke about the fact that Nathan has to be kept away from Ray Palmer's mother. So there's that. And then from the fan questions, we do get a bit of spoilers as well. Like we're going to meet Ray Palmer's brother Sidney, and they did touch on the fact that he looks remarkably similar to Ray, so it's going to be Brandon Routh playing brother Sidney. So there's that. They also brought up the question of how Sarah would react to seeing Black Siren, and as you know, that's Earth 2 Laurel Lance. So I'm wondering that as well. Katie didn't know. Katie Lotz didn't know exactly how she would react, but Mark Guggenheim did talk about the fact that that's going to be a huge thing played out for the Black Siren storyline on Arrow, and which is the fact that how much of the Laurel we know is going to be still inside the Black Siren version. Because as we know, it's still Laurel, but she's gone through different experiences. She's gone through, she has different memories and different relationships and stuff like that. But how much of the Laurel we know is in Black Siren's version of Laurel? And kind of like what parts of Laurel are universal in a sense? That's going to be a huge question about that though. Also, they did bring up the fact that Sarah is going to have an actual relationship, or at least a relationship that's a lot more than a hookup, which was great. They're going to try to reestablish Sarah's bisexuality, because so far on the Legends team, they've only shown her having relationships with women. While on Arrow, where she first started off with having a relationship with Oliver. It's kind of why she got shipwrecked from the Queen's Gambit, and then having a relationship with Nisa. And then from there, it's kind of always been with women. So they're going to try to reestablish the fact that Sarah is a bisexual. So there's that. Also, they did mention Constantine. While they would hope that they would have Constantine, they've had discussions about it. They've even talked to the actor Matt about it, but he's busy with other projects, but they have talked to him, so it's a possibility in the future if things line up correctly, is what they're kind of getting at. But that's pretty much it, guys. Otherwise, there's just questions on what their favorite moments were the episode were, or how certain scenes were shot and stuff like that. But that's pretty much all the spoilers that they talked about in the panel itself, though. But what do you guys think about these spoilers? What are you excited to see in the upcoming season? Let me know in the comments down below. Love to hear your own thoughts, theories, predictions about all of that. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and check out my other videos if you haven't done so already. Also, if you want to check out my Tumblr page, the link for that is down below. Most likely it'll be my WordPress link because it connects everything more organized. But again, you know the drill. My Tumblr shows reblogs of promos, web clips, quotes, gifs, synopses, news, all that good stuff, all found in one place for you. So go check that out if you like. Again, WordPress connects everything to it as well. And that's pretty much it, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your patience. I hope you come back in October to hear what I have to say about the season premiere. But until then, guys, this is Mel. Wish you all a great day, great week, wherever you are. Bye for now.